shall we make a start then? And then if anyone else is joining late on, they can come in. We are recording this session as well. So for participants, we will be able to send the recording out to you afterwards. I've just in a chat saying the market has the best food. Absolutely. For those of you that might have missed that, we were just talking about the virtues of Norwich for lunchtime options. So yes, we will be recording the session. There will be a little link for a survey, which I'll pop in the chat. If you could complete it, you can either open it and complete it later on, or get it at the end of the chat. I'll pop it in again, and I'll also put it in the follow-up email. Any questions? If you can pop them in the chat, and I'm sure Becky will have a little bit of time for questions, but I'm also aware that it's quite a lot of information to pass on. So I'll say thank you all for joining us. I'm Claire from Voluntary Norfolk. This is my colleague Tasha, who I'm sure most of you may know. And to introduce Becky Coleman as well from Easyfundraising. And I'll hand over to you, Becky.
Thank you very much, Claire. Hi everybody. Thanks very much for coming along to today's session. So I'm not from Norfolk. We were just discussing this. So I'm from Lichfield in Staffordshire, but we work with lots and lots of organisations in Norfolk. So that's why I'm coming along to this session today to explain to you all about Easyfundraising. So I'm just going to share some slides. And yeah, as Claire says, do feel free to put any questions you have in the chat as we go along, and I can answer them at the end. Sorry, bear with me, going to a slideshow. And because the session's been recorded, and I'll share the slides with Claire afterwards, which she's going to send out along with my email address. So you're very welcome to contact me afterwards as well if you've got any questions or something didn't make sense. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can use the Easyfundraising platform to raise free, unrestricted funding for your organisation. I'm a trustee of a small charity, and I know how important unrestricted funding is. So I'm going to talk you through how it works, how to get started if you're not already part of the Easyfundraising community, how to get your supporters involved and raising money for you. And I'll talk through sort of some top tips on how to boost your funds as well. So let's get started. What is Easyfundraising? How does it work? Some of you might have heard of us already. Some of you might know absolutely nothing. So let me explain what it's all about. So we're a fundraising platform. We're a completely free and really, really simple and effective way for people to raise money for your organisation simply by doing their online shopping. Before I go on and explain how that works, I'm going to use the term supporters to mean anyone connected to your organisation. So volunteers, trustees, staff, service users, people in the community, your family, your friends. Anybody can support you via Easyfundraising. So I'm just going to use the term supporters, and I'm going to use the term organisation to cover off all of you good causes, all of you voluntary organisations that need to raise funds. So we work with a vast selection of different types of good causes, but I'm just going to use the term organisation to cover off everyone. So the way that it works is that we have partnerships with 8,500 online retailers. And all of those retailers have funding to give away. And the way that they will give it away to your organisation is when your supporters shop with them. Those retailers will donate a proportion of what that shopper spends back to your organisation at no extra cost to the shopper. So simply, it's a way of turning the online shopping that we are all doing. 80% of adults in the UK shopped online at least once last year. So we're turning that online shopping that we're all doing into funding, into money for your organisation at no cost to anyone. So the way that it works is that a shopper simply starts their shopping journey at the Easyfundraising website or app. And the retailer, because they know then you started at Easyfundraising, will donate a proportion of the spend back to your organisation. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have a volunteer, and that volunteer would like to buy himself a new kettle from Argos. Instead of going to the Argos website, he comes to Easyfundraising, our website or our app, and he searches for Argos. We'll send him to Argos, he'll shop as normal. He'll buy his kettle, it'll cost him exactly what it would have cost him normally. Everything will be the same for him, but because he started at Easy Fundraising, Argos know this, and they will then donate. I think Argos is 1.5% at the moment, so 1.5% of the cost of that kettle goes to your organisation, but at no extra cost to the volunteer. So if that kettle is $49.99, still $49.99, but you will also get 1.5% of that $49.99 as a donation. Each of our retailers will set their own donation amount. So some might donate 1% of what you spend, some might donate 2%, some might be 4%, some might donate a flat amount. So Sainsbury's, as an example, they donate 63p every time you do an online grocery shop with them. So each retailer sets their own amount, but it is always the retailer that is making this donation, not the shopper. So your supporter network are just going to shop online as normal, buying the things they were going to buy anyway. But by doing it through Easy Fundraising, they raise money for you at the same time. We have about 200,000 good causes all around the UK, including lots and lots in Norfolk, all using Easy Fundraising, from major national charities right down to tiny little voluntary organisations and everything in between. And the things that they tell us they like about Easy Fundraising are, firstly, it's free. So there is no cost at all to your organisation to sign up to Easy Fundraising, to be part of our programme. There's no running costs, there's no monthly charges, and there's no cost to your supporters either, just that shopping they were going to do anyway. It's a way that people can help you financially without having to donate their own money. Apologies, the light's just gone off. We have motion sensor lights here, so if no one's moving in the other office, I don't know why they're not moving, but it makes the lights go off in here. So apologies if I've gone dark. So they can help you financially without donating their own money. You're not having to ask them to make a donation to you. You're just asking them to do their normal shopping. You're also not asking them to shop more or spend more or buy more. It's just that shopping they were already going to do. It's unrestricted funding, which I know is music to your ears. As I said, I'm a trustee for a small charity in Birmingham, and we love unrestricted funding because it's quite hard to come by. And Easy Fundraising is completely unrestricted. So you can absolutely spend the funds that you raise this way on anything you want. You don't have to tell us what you're going to be spending the money on. We won't ask you to come back and account for where the money's gone, or we don't need outcomes, outputs, etc. We always love to hear where the money's been spent. So please feel free to tell us, but we won't ask you to do that. You can use it for project costs, core costs, running costs, anything. It's entirely up to you. I have causes tell me they use the money to pay for DBS checks, they pay for coffee for the volunteers, everything and anything. So it's entirely up to you. It's also unrestricted in the sense that this is an ongoing thing. So it's not a one-time only thing and then you've raised your money and that's it. It's not a crowdfunder. This is ongoing. So it's unrestricted in terms of how long you can do this for and how much you can raise. Really easy to set up and run. So I said we have 200,000 or so good causes. The majority of our causes are small to medium-sized, community-based organisations like you. So we know that you are busy. We know that you might be doing the fundraising for your organisation in your spare time in the evenings, or you might be responsible for fundraising alongside 10 other things at your organisation. So we've deliberately made Easy Fundraising really easy to get started, and it's very minimal management on an ongoing basis. So once you've set up, we'll give you all the help you need to make a success of it, and it should be something that ticks along nicely in the background, giving you a bit of extra income. And on the subject of income, we pay the funds that your supporters have raised for you 4 times a year, every year. So we'll total up what's been raised by all of your supporters combined from their shopping, and we pay it directly to your organisation. And that happens in February, May, August and November. You don't have to ask us for it. This will automatically happen. And as I said, it's ongoing. And we have 8,500 retailers. So it really is all of the retailers that people are shopping with anyway. It's just a handful of the really popular ones here, but it's everything and everyone that you can think of. So again, not asking supporters to change where they shop. They can shop with retailers that they love anyway, but they just start their journey at Easy Fundraising, which I'm going to explain to you how that happens in a minute. And before I get into sort of the nitty gritty of how to get started, just to let you know, you can trust us. We've been doing this for 20 years. We started in 2005, so we're doing this a long time now. We are members of the Institute of Fundraising and also of NCVO, and we also partner with lots and lots of infrastructure and support networks such as Voluntary Norfolk to deliver sessions like this. 200,000 or so good causes. Over 57 million. I think actually we might be hitting the 60 million mark in early April. So that's been raised for good causes to date. So let me show you firstly how you get set up, because what needs to happen is, first of all, you're going to need to set up your organization with us. Again, it's really easy and simple to do that. And then I will show you how your supporters are going to actually raise that money for you. So the first thing that happens is you need to tell us about your organisation. So if you visit this page here, easyfundraising.org.uk/community, you'll see this page. Simply type in the name of your organisation there and click register now. We will ask you for a little bit of information. We'll want to know who you are and what your relationship is to your organisation. We'll want to know the location of your organisation, and you can also give us a bit of a description of what you do. But it's really straightforward. We're not going to ask you to upload, documentation. We don't need to see your constitution or anything like that. You give us a bit of information, and we will then create an Easy Fundraising page for your organisation. So this is a genuine organisation. They're with us, Norfolk and Norwich Back Group. I picked this one because I've recently discovered that we've got bats in our garden, so I'm busy looking at a local back group to me. So that's why I picked this one to show you. So these are a genuine organisation. So they told us who they are, and they also gave us a logo, and we created this page for them. The next thing that happens is your supporters will visit your page and they will choose you as the cause that they're going to support. Now, they just do this once. They don't have to keep telling us every time they want to shop. They don't have to keep saying, I want to support this cause. They tell us once. They click that sign up and support this cause button. The only information we need from them is their name, an email address, and a password. So it's just so we can set them up their own little Easy Fundraising account that links to your main organisational account. So we know they're supporting you. We don't need any personal information. We don't need bank details from them. We don't need their credit card. They're not shopping with us. So we have absolutely no need for any personal information from them. We don't need their address or anything like that. It's name, email address and password. They are then a registered supporter of yours on Easy Fundraising. And every time they then shop online through our website or our app, they start at Easy Fundraising, the retailer will donate, and because they've started Easy Fundraising, we'll be able to pass that donation on to your organisation. We'll also send them an email every time they raise a donation to let them know. So this one here was Marks and Spencer's, one of mine, just before Christmas. So your supporters will get a nice message to say, great news, you've just raised this for your cause, keep going, etc., etc. So they'll get that proof that it's worked and that they've done a good thing. But let me show you how your supporters will raise that money for you. So as I said, first of all, you register your organisation. Then you let your supporters know that you're on Easy Fundraising. I'll explain to you how we're going to help you do that in a minute. And then your supporters simply come along and shop. So I'm just going to share a different screen so I can show you how that will work. So once someone has registered to support you, they will have their own little Easy Fundraising screen that looks like this. So this is my Easy Fundraising account. If I scroll down, it will tell that person the name of the cause they're supporting. So this is my charity and how much has been raised. And next to that, they'll see the donations. Once they've started shopping and raising, they'll see their donations. So these are my genuine donations that I've raised recently. Sorry, we appear to be having a fire alarm. I think it's just a test though. We'll just carry on as normal. If you see flames, just somebody put their hand up. So when they want to shop, there are 3 different ways they can do it. So firstly, they can just log into their Easy Fundraising account using their email address and password. They'll see a screen like this, and they simply type in the name of the retailer they'd like to shop with. So booking.com, let's say you wanted to book a holiday with booking.com, you type in booking, click booking.com, and it firstly just takes you here. Now, this just tells you how much, what the donation rate is for each retailer. So they donate a very nice 4% donation. You simply click shop now, and that's it. Takes you to the booking.com website where you then just shop as normal. Everything will be absolutely the same. You can see that if I have an account with that retailer, I can log into it in the normal way. I am now just on the normal booking.com website. So everything is exactly the same for me now. But if I go on to book a holiday or a break or whatever, or a car or a flight, then 4% of what I spend will go back to my good cause. Simple as that. So that is one way. The second way is through our app. So if you prefer, or your supporters prefer, to shop on their phone or their tablet, then you can download our app, which works in exactly the same way as the website. Open the app, search for the retailer. But there's a third way that you can use Easy Fundraising. So it's called the browser extension, but actually that is just a fancy name for what everybody calls the donation reminder. Because when we first started, way back when in 2005, people said, oh, I love it. It's a great idea, raising money just for my good cause, just by shopping online. But they also said to us, oh, sometimes, you know what, I forget to start Easy Fundraising. And it's, you know, we've got busy lives, haven't we? It's easy done. If you've been shopping with Marks and Spencer's for years, you'll be in the habit of just typing in Marks and Spencer's to your browser. So we created the donation reminder. And what it does is it's really easy and really straightforward. You install it on your computer, or you can also have it on your phone via our app. It will sit quietly on your computer. It's not there to do anything dodgy. It's purely there that if you were to visit a retailer's website, but you'd forgotten to start your journey at Easy Fundraising, the donation reminder will alert you and allow you to not miss out on a donation. So if I show you what I mean, if I just come out of Easy Fundraising and I'm just in my browser, and I'm just going to type in Etsy. I do a lot of shopping with Etsy, buy a lot of birthday cards from Etsy, hoping to get a donation, but oops, I forgot to start at Easy Fundraising because I'm forgetful. But it doesn't matter, because I get this little notification here that tells me that there's a donation available. I simply click it. That's it. It logs me into my Easy Fundraising account in the background, but I can now just carry on shopping and I won't miss out on a donation. So that's what the donation reminder does. Now, there are a handful of retailers that you won't get that notification with, just due to the way their websites are set up and their T's and C's, which is why we have the website as well. We have the Easy Fundraising website as well. So booking.com is a good example of that. So they are one of our retailers, so very generous, donate 4%, but you won't get that notification. You won't get that alert with booking.com. So for booking.com, you'd have to come to the website. So that's why we have a combination of things. But for the majority of our retailers, you will get that notification. So it just means if you forget, doesn't matter. It might not be that you've forgotten. You might just not know that that retailer is part of Easy Fundraising. There are 8,500 after all. You don't know them all. I don't know them all. But if you happen to just be on their website and they are one of our retailers, you'll get that notification to tell you that you can get a donation. So I'm just going to go back to my slides. Sorry, a little bit of, there you go. So those are the 3 ways that people can raise that money for you. They can either come to the website, search for the retailer, open their app, search for the retailer, or if they have the donation reminder, they can just shop as normal and we'll give them that notification to let them know. So super easy. Most of our supporters, our users, do a combination of all 3. I do, but whatever works best for you and your supporters. Also, when I say you and your supporters, it's not just your supporters, it's you as well. So you'll be the person that registers the organisation with us, but you're also a shopper. So when you register the organisation with us, we'll also sign you up as a supporter at the same time. So you can raise money through your own shopping as well. It's not just your supporter network, it's you too. We are going to give you loads and loads of help to get your supporters involved. So I mentioned earlier that what they need to do is come to your Easy Fundraising page and sign up and support you. So you might be thinking, okay, how do we get them to our page? What do we do? How do we explain this? We will help you. So once you've registered your organisation with us, which should take you about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maximum, we will let you know about an area of the site called Promote My Cause. And in Promote My Cause, you have got lots and lots of ready written content, wording, Facebook posts, WhatsApp messages, emails, posters, flyers, etc., that are all ready written for you so that you can easily explain what's going on to your supporters. Sorry, bear with me.
Becky, you've just had a question come into the chat.
Okay.
Somebody's asking, does the browser extension work on your tablet?
Yes, so yeah, you have to install our app onto your tablet or your phone, and within the settings you can then go on and enable the donation reminder on your
we can't hear you very well, Becky, but it might be our connection.
I think most people can hear, so I'll carry on. Hold on, bear with me. Let me just go back onto my slides. I'm assuming everyone can hear me, so I'll carry on. Oh, sorry, I've just got to whiz back through now. My slides have just decided to start again from the beginning. Bear with me. So yeah, lots of free support to help you raise. So you've got ready written wording to help you get your supporters on board. In fact, let me just show you how you can do that. Bear with. I'm just going to go back to my, hopefully you can all see that as well. So once you have registered your organisation with us, we'll tell you about this area, Promote My Cause. And in here, you've got all of this ready written content. Let me just show you. I'm not going to show you everything because there's lots in here. But let's say after this session, you decide that you are you're going to register with Easy Fundraising, and then you want to let your supporters know, and you have a Facebook group. If you come to Promote My Course, click on Facebook post, you'll see it populates a Facebook post here. It says we've registered, and then there it says the name of my course. But when you look at this, it will say the name of your course because it's automatic, it's dynamic, basically. We've registered, name of your course, with Easy Fundraising, which means over 8,000 retailers will now donate, etc., etc., etc. And there is the link that somebody would need to go to visit your page. Then, and from there, they can sign up and support you. You just click copy and post to Facebook. It will open into Facebook with a nice image, and you've shared a message out. You've got Twitter and X, you've got WhatsApp, you've got an email template there. So those are sort of 4 quick templates to get you going. What you've also got is here you've got some sort of nice downloadable guides that explain to your supporters exactly what's happening. And I'm glad you're back, Claire. And then if I scroll down a bit further, you've got things like posters, flyers, and handouts. So here is a poster. Again, it will be automatically dynamic for you. So it's got a QR code on it. So if somebody scanned that QR code, it will take them straight to your page. There's A4, A5. There's also handout cards as well. If I just go back, if I scroll to the bottom, what you've also got is if you've got a web page, got a website, sorry, you'd like to put some information on your website about Easy Fundraising, you've got wording here, again, automatically populated with a correct link for people to support you. You've got some how-to videos as well that you can share with your supporters, which explains what's going on. What you've also got, if I click back into here, you've also got lots of different versions of social media and email messaging to help you keep the messaging fresh. So again, if I use Facebook as an example, I showed you that one that you could use when you first start, but then here you've got a few different versions of ones you could use. So here, this one, we want to raise, and then you just pop in, say you've got a certain target you'd like to raise this year. We'd like to raise £200 this year to buy, I don't know, tyres for the minibus, whatever it might be. Again, automatically populated with everything a supporter needs to support you. This is a nice one too. We've raised great news, we've already raised £74 with Easy Fundraising, please keep going, etc, etc. Andrew, yeah, absolutely, you don't have to use these posts, and you can absolutely edit them or use your own thing. You can use them as a starting point and then change the wording. You can absolutely do whatever you want with them. It's entirely up to you. Lights just come back on. Somebody must be moving. Someone's come back to life in the other office. So yeah, absolutely, you can use them however you want to. Some of our causes don't use them. They make their own. That's entirely your call. But these are a really good starting point because it's a nice, easy explanation. And plus you've got the link embedded in there already. You've also got a QR code here. So lots of our causes like to sort of download these and put them in newsletters or put them on their website or print them off. Again, if somebody were to just get their phone, scan that, it will take them straight to your Easy Fundraising page where they can sign up and support you. We also have lots of sort of timely wording as well. So here's a good example. So at the moment, it's Mother's Day on Sunday and people are doing lots of Mother's Day shopping. We've got a little sort of competition, if you like. So if your supporters shop with one of our featured Mother's Day retailers, they get automatically entered into a draw and they might win £100 donation for you. So because of that, we've got wording and images to help you explain that to your supporters, to sort of say, tell your supporters, shop with selected online retailers and we could win £100, etc, etc. So we'll always put sort of timely, relevant content here as well. So if there's something particular that we're doing or a particular shopping time, we'll always put it there. It's not just you that has access to that area. All of your supporters, if I just go back on there, so any of your supporters that have signed up to support you on Easy Fundraising, they've got access to those tools as well. So it doesn't just need to be you that is spreading the word. Let's say you've got a supporter who's super keen and wants to get all of their family and friends supporting you. They've got access to these tools as well. So it's not just you that's responsible for spreading the word. We've also, as well as all of that sort of information that you can download and get yourself, we've also got the option to talk to one of us. So we know that sometimes nothing beats speaking to a real live human being. So we have a team of who we call our fundraising specialists. They are Jess, Rena, Claire and Louisa. This is a picture of Jess in our office. So that is a genuine person. That is Jess. And if you feel like you would like a bit of support, either getting up and running, or you've got a question, or you'd like some bespoke materials to help you get your supporters involved, when you register your cause with us, we will ask you, do you want to speak to one of us? And if you do, you'll get access to a calendar where you can pick a date and time to suit you, and a member of the team will ring you. If you just need 5 minutes for a quick question, or if you need much longer, that's equally fine. It's obviously completely free. There's no cost to you for this. It's just, we know that sometimes you just might need a bit of extra support because you're busy and you want to really make the most of it. They also often do like nice little incentives. So like for the first 2 weeks after you've had a call with Jess or one of the team, they give you £1 for every new supporter that joins you, just to get you kind of up and running and raising funds. So there's lots of nice things that they'll do for you as well. So I'd really recommend having a call with them, because they will really help you maximise Easy Fundraising. Few questions that might be running through your head before I go on and do sort of top tips is you don't have to be a charity to use Easy Fundraising. I get asked this all the time. You can be a charity, of course, but you don't have to be. We are open to good causes of all shapes and sizes. You can be a small voluntary group, you can be a school PTA, you can be a grassroots sports club, you can be a church or a faith organisation, you can be a social enterprise, a CIC. You have to have unselfish goals, is what we say. So you can't register with Easy Fundraising because you want to raise money to go on holiday, for example. You have to be a good cause, that we're satisfied that you exist and that you are doing things that support other people or support the community. It won't cost you anything, so it's completely free. We are funded by the retailers, so if somebody makes a purchase and generates a donation for you, we'll get a small commission in the background. That's what we use to keep Easy Fundraising free, because we are funded by the retailers. And as I mentioned earlier, you're paid your donations every 3 months. One of the things we'll ask you in the first few days after you've registered your organisation with us, we'll ask you, how would you like us to pay you? Where would you like these funds to go? And you will be able to securely add the bank account details for your organisation into the system. It's completely secure, so don't worry, nobody can see it, your supporters can't see it, I can't see it. Only it's a encrypted area of our website, basically, and that is where we will pay the funds to you every 3 months. So excuse me. You have to have raised £15 or more in the previous 3 months to trigger a payment. So 15. That's just our minimum threshold for paying out. If you didn't reach £15 in that 3 months, do not worry, you're not going to lose that money. It'll just roll to your next payment, to the next payment date. So let me give you 5 quick top tips on really making it work for your organisation. Firstly, you definitely have a look at that donation reminder. Install it yourself so you can see how it works, and let your supporters know about it. There's wording in Promote My course to help you do this, and we will also educate your supporters about this. If they have said that they're happy to receive a communication from us, we can email them and let them know about the donation reminder and how to get started, etc. But it's a really simple way to use Easy Fundraising, so I definitely recommend that you download it. As I said, safe and secure, not there to spy on you, not there to pop adverts, not there to harvest your data or anything like that. It's purely there to make sure you don't miss out on donations. Tip 2 is weekly donations from supermarkets. So lots of us do a weekly or fortnightly online grocery shop now, don't we? And the supermarkets will donate every time your supporters do that shop. As you can see here, Waitrose as an example, they'll donate £1 every time someone shops with them. So if you have a supporter doing a weekly Waitrose shop online, that's £1 every week, £52 in a year just by doing their grocery shopping. The supermarkets will typically give you a larger donation if you've never ever shopped with them before, so like a new customer introductory rate, if you like. So that person doing their Waitrose shop, if they've never shopped with Waitrose before, they'll get £5 the first time and £1 every time after that. But if they're already a Waitrose shopper and they now just choose to do it through Easy Fundraising, they'll get £1 every time. There's usually a minimum spend threshold. So you normally have to spend a certain amount to get the donation, but that is typically, that's just for the supermarkets, and that is typically just tied into whatever is the minimum spend you would need to get your shopping delivered, if you see what I mean. So you can't go to Tesco's groceries and order a pint of milk and they'll deliver it to you. You have to spend over a certain amount anyway, and the donation will be linked to that. And it's a really easy way for people to just raise money for you, just doing a weekly or bi-weekly shop. Tip 3 is travel and holidays. We work with hundreds and hundreds of travel retailers, and when you consider that on average, the average spend for a family booking a summer holiday is £1,500. So if that was booked through booking.com at 4%, that's a tidy donation for you. Even if it's just 1% or 2%, that's a large donation. So we work with lots of airlines, package holiday providers, tour operators, comparison sites, that sort of thing. You can get donations on all of that sort of thing. It's not just foreign holidays either. We work with lots of UK holiday providers, so cottages, days out, theme parks, hotel chains, train tickets like Trainline and other train operators. Even things like National Express coaches. Every sort of trip or holiday can get you a donation, and they can be a large donation. It's also all of the things around your holiday as well. So to give you a good example of this, so last year I went to America, very lucky enough to go to America. My family live out there and my nephew is getting married. So we got a donation on our flight with British Airways. We got a donation on our car hire for while we were there. We got a donation for the airport parking. We had to leave our car at Heathrow for 2 weeks. Got a donation on that. Got a donation on the hotel that we stayed in the night before our flight, and we got a donation on our travel insurance. So I got 5 separate donations all around my holiday. So these are nice ways for people to raise a larger amount for you. And another true example from my life, which does sound like I spend a lot of time on holiday, I really don't, but I did book my holiday 2 years ago with booking.com. We went to Prague. I got the 4% donation rate, and I got a £49 donation for my home start. So travel can be a really good way of raising larger donations. And again, not about encouraging people to shop more, buy a holiday they can't afford, etc. It's just if they're already planning to book a holiday, book a weekend break, whatever, they can do it and raise a donation. There's wording in Promote My Cause to help you explain that. We also work with over 200 retailers where you might take a policy with them. So there's a few examples here, but think of things like those annual one-off boring things we have to buy, like car insurance, home insurance, broadband, mobiles. Nobody gets any pleasure at all, do they, about, buying home insurance? But you can get a really nice big donation. So these types of retailers will give you a large one-off donation when you take a policy with them. Has to be a new policy. You won't get a donation with these guys if you're renewing, but if you're taking a new policy with a new provider, you'll get a large donation, and they are typically £25 plus. Sometimes they're as much as £50, £60 for taking a new car insurance or home insurance or mobile package or TV package. But you can also get donations when you use the comparison sites. You'll all be familiar with these names here. They're all the leading comparison sites. We work closely with all of those. So you can come to Easy Fundraising, search for Go Compare. I'm not going to do the song, don't worry. We'll send you to Go Compare. You can then compare different prices on your car insurance, home insurance, or other things as well. And you'll get a donation as well as being able to choose a policy that hopefully saves you a bit of money as well. So that's a nice message for supporters. Compare your prices, get a better deal, and raise a really nice donation at the same time. And then tip 5, my last tip, you'll be glad to know, is about raising money for your organisation when you buy for your organisation. Lots of people don't realise this, so there is absolutely no problem at all in buying the things that you need for your organisation through Easy Fundraising and generating a donation at the same time. So think about things like perhaps you have an office and you need office supplies or ink and toner. Perhaps you have a staff member or a volunteer that needs a laptop. Perhaps you're running an event and you need to cater it, so you want to order some food in. Maybe you're going to have posters created online and printed off. Again, you can get donations on all of those things. So just have a think about what have you bought online over the last year for your organisation? Those could have been donations and now they can be, but there's no conflict. I don't want you to worry that, you can't do this. You absolutely can. And lots of our good causes do this really, really well. A good example is a cause that joined us last May. So they're coming up to their anniversary, 1 year. They help people out of homelessness. So they have to buy a lot of things online. So if they're getting someone out of homelessness into a flat, they might buy them a kettle or buy them bed linen or whatever. So they suddenly realise, well, actually, if we did all of this through Easy Fundraising, we have to buy them anyway, but we'll also get a donation back, which helps us carry on helping people out of homelessness. So absolutely think about what your organisation buys. So before I stop for questions, 3 quick reasons to register and get involved with Easy Fundraising if you still need convincing. So on average, one person shopping just a normal amount across a year should raise £40 to £50 for you from Easy Fundraising. So to multiply that by the number of people you think will get involved, 10 people, £400 to £500 a year for free with minimal effort. It's ongoing and it's unrestricted. So spend it on what you want and do it for as long as you want. And this money is available. The retailers have this pots of funding to give away. You might as well get your share, even if just you did it and you raised £50 in a year. £50 better off in your bank account than anywhere else, with no effort at all to you. So the money is there. So make sure you're getting your share of it. So just to recap, setting up your Easy Fundraising page is very straightforward. easyfundraising.org.uk/community, and you can absolutely contact me with any questions you might have when we finish this session. If you suddenly think, oh, didn't make sense, or oh, Becky didn't cover that off, just drop me an email and I'll be very, very happy to help. So I just stop sharing somehow.
Thank you, Becky. And can I apologise to you and everyone else on the call? We clearly talked up. We do have intermittent internet in our new offices, and I'm glad that
didn't we?
I really did. Yeah. Now I'm going to talk up a lottery win next and see if that works. So apologies. I'm glad that everybody else could still see and hear, and I don't think it was that long. So hopefully it won't be a massive impact on the recording. But apologies for that.
Okay, no problem at all. These things happen, don't they? So if anyone does have any questions.
Oh, there's a few coming into the chat, Becky. I don't know, can you see it?
Yeah, I can. Hold on. So Andrew, you're absolutely able to edit the generated posts. Let me just look at the other questions. Bear with me. Sorry, my screen's decided to be silly. Right. Is delivery listed? You'll be delighted to hear it is. I think it's 2.5% donation if it's your first time you've shopped with them, and maybe 1% if you're an existing customer, but don't quote me on that. But yes, absolutely. Jenny, what do the payments look like when they come through? Would it just say Easy Fundraising? Yeah, it'll say Easy Fundraising and the amount. So it's what's been raised by all of your supporters combined in that previous 3 months, and it will clearly say that it's come from Easy Fundraising. So you're then able to allocate it wherever you might need to. Willow saying, for those that use cashback services like Quidco and Top Cashback, does tracking from Easy Fundraising conflict with replace that? Yeah, it's one or the other. The retailers will only give you one lot of what they would deem a reward. So if you're using a cashback site, the reward will be cashback to you as a shopper. If you're using Easy Fundraising, the reward is a donation to your good cause. So yeah, they can only use one or the other. So that's a judgment call for people, and I am not here to say don't have the money into your own pocket if times are hard and you need it, but yeah, it's one or the other, I'm afraid. Finley, yes, you can absolutely change which cause you support, so you can support more than one cause if you want to, and you can easily go into your account settings and change the cause you support. There's actually a button, I think it says change the cause you support. So yeah, I've done that myself. So at one time my 3 children were all at different schools. I had a glorious year of being on the school run constantly for 1 year. All of those schools used Easy Fundraising, so I just used to try and do like a month supporting one and a month supporting another. Most people support one cause, but you absolutely can change the cause that you want to support whenever you feel like you need to. I think that's all the questions I can see so far, but very happy to answer any others while people are taking the survey.
Yes, thank you, Becky. Seamless there. So I have popped the survey link into the chat. If you're able to just complete that, it literally would take a couple of minutes. I will also send out the link when I send out a copy of Becky's slides, and I'll also send out the video. It may be a few days for the video because it'll just need to be edited, and hopefully deleting the bit in the middle with Tasha and I looking a bit confused when the sound went. But yeah, if you could complete the survey, that would be amazing. And I guess while we're just waiting to see if any other questions come in, just to thank everybody for attending, and thank you, Becky, for putting on such an informative and interesting webinar. Certainly, I feel like I've learned a lot, and I shall be going away and signing up to Easy Fundraising. And I think your example around the holiday was really a great real life example to show how those savings can really add up.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. I've just popped my email address in the chat, and I've also popped the link to, if people just want to sign up now, they can just click on that. But yeah, it's nice and easy to remember.
Great. And I'll
forward slash
pop your
meeting.
email in the link when I send out
Thank
all the
you.
follow-up as well. I can
Please
see
do.
lots of thanks in there. So I think if there's no more questions, we know that everybody's got busy days. So I'll just say thank you to everyone for joining. Thanks again to
Thanks,
Becky for
everyone.
an excellent
Thank you.
presentation.
You're
And
very
we'll
welcome.
all hopefully get on Easy Fundraising and get raising that
Yes,
money.
please do. Please do. Thank
Thanks,
you. Nice to
everybody,
see you
then.
all. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.